Oh man, don't tell me we gotta deal with this thing now. That roly-poly bitch. Hey everybody! Reproduction Games 84 here. It's about time we talk about reproduction games. This is not the first time I tried to talk about reproduction games. I was trying to talk about Bordered Down before I had my capture card, and then I figured I'd just hold off on that. And I tried to do a different Dreamcast game just now, but it wouldn't support VGA, even though it was a burnt copy. You know, all of these reproduction copies are just burnt copies, but they have the artwork, and I recommend getting reproduction games because I can't justify getting these games at retail prices. I think this one, Puyo Puyo Fever, is kind of pricey. I'll put the price right here so you can see. But yeah, this is basically Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. And if you like puzzle games, the Dreamcast has a bunch of fun little colorful ones. I really like Mr. Driller, Super Puzzle Fighter 2X, and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is Puyo Puyo Fever. A lot of these reproduction games have just like little inserts. They look like they got manuals and stuff in there, but they mostly don't. And sometimes they got that spine card. And I think it's really kind of neat when they try to reproduce the spine card and they'll just give you a little piece of paper with that on there. Kind of interesting. But I really like the artwork on this particular reproduction game. It looks legit for the most part. If you just see it on a shelf, it looks real to me. But that's not the whole point of reproductions. You just don't want to resell. I understand why some people would have stipulations against reproduction games. I think reselling them like they're real is very wrong. And I think that it's foolish and, yeah, it's just not correct. It's not right. You gotta stay focused on the legit stuff. And if you can't tell the difference between a burnt Dreamcast game by looking at the underside of it and a regular GD-ROM, then you are foolish and you don't pay attention to fine detail. But I'm very detail-oriented as a person. Kind of an organizational type person. But yeah, this is Puyo Puyo Fever. It looks great. I'm excited to be here to talk to you about this one. It's about time that we talk about reproduction games, like I say. And yeah, you gotta start somewhere, so this is as good a place as any to start. So yeah, a little good old puzzle action for the puzzle people. Dreamcast 84. Let's check this out. Puyo Puyo Fever, everybody. Alright, we got the Amityville Horror, Klug, Ryder, You, Frankenstein's, and Ozzy Osbourne. Got Raffi, Tartar Sauce, and a frog. Prince of Ocean, you got an onion and some bird. Honda Accord with a very sad looking cat. Alright, the animation style makes me think of Clerks, the animated series, which only lasted 6 episodes. It is explaining the game. If you've played Puyo Puyo before, you will recognize some of this maybe, perhaps. I love me some Mean Bean Machine. Puzzle games are a great genre. I like the introduction to Puyo Puyo 4 just a little bit better. Now there's a neat little trick that you can do to make this game English, so you just move both of these things to that symbol and then hit the end thing. And here we are. Should be English at this point, yes. How cool is that? Let's do some single vinyl pop figurines. Waku Waku makes me think of Waku Waku cookies. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's just do some beginners. I don't play this type game all the time.
Once upon a time, in some other world, there lived a young girl whose dream was to become a wonderfully clever magic user. Her name is Amity, and she's at her studies again today.
Her name is Amityville Horror. She is a witch.
Hello, kitties. It's another
She enters a sullen state and she uses those little sparklers, and she just stands in her backyard with one of those little sparklers. But in real life, they look like that movie, The Witch. That poor cat, man. Yeah, they keep talking about offset, and I don't even know what that means. All I know is you take 4 of those little Puyo Pops and you pop them together. Let's hit start and get out of this. Like Lucy. So what else is going on? Yeah, Shazam was good. That was a good movie. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't care who you are. Yeah, you just kind of stack them up and try to make little chains and stuff, but yeah, you want to line things up so you get a chain a little bit later. I'm not sure what else is going on, man. It's just, you know, movie news. You know, you got that Joker movie coming out. Toy Story 4 is coming out. Stuff's coming out, man. Let's keep things simple on our screen. I guess you don't need to save the day. You get to hurt your opponent's emotions, and you have the option to save replay data, so I have no real interest in that.
Have you kings got the knack of fever mode?
Yeah, fever mode's pretty cool. I still can't justify the price tag for this type of game. They're just going on about offset. Got the little saved by the horn. Yeah, reproduction games are just really awesome. I like collecting them. It's the artwork more than anything that I like. It feels like you have the real game. It's more than likely the better of the Puyo games. Hey, we've got fever mode. This is dope. It's satisfying is what it is. I can understand wanting to save your replays. I don't think you have that option in other previous installments. Puyo Puyo Da is a dancing version of it. I don't remember exactly what that's about, but you know, it exists. It's out there. Yeah, man, I'm super excited about some games I'm getting, just some random, you know, visual novel games for the most part, but I enjoy discovering them. I know they're going to be horrible, I know they're going to be unplayable, but, you know, after playing Canvas that first time, like that was my first visual novel I ever got. I mean, man, that was a doozy to start off with because it made me laugh, and that's, you know, really awesome. It's kind of disappointing that visual novels are glorified drink coasters, right? But I like the artwork. I think it's a great little conversation piece. I'm a collector anyway, and you know, I don't know. I like collecting the ones that I do play, like shmups and stuff. It's just so fun to collect for the Dreamcast. I just never really get over it, but it kind of doesn't make sense to collect some of those more expensive games. That's why I am all about reproductions. Endless. Let's do Endless. See what's up with that. I'm not excited about Endgame. Speaking about Endless, I just am not. After Captain Marvel and all of that stuff, I'm really against all of that politicized, like, you have to watch this movie or you're not a good American type mindset, or, you know what I mean? Like, Brie Larson said those movies were not made for white men, so I don't have to watch that movie. You know, that's how I feel. Like, I don't care if the movie is good, I just don't want to see it. You know, and I just stopped caring about Marvel since Disney took over and stuff. I mean, I'll probably catch it on Redbox, and I might just be a big hypocrite and see it anyway, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, we don't have the second controller plugged in, so we can't do the double Puyo Pop, but you're not missing anything. It's, you know, we don't have anybody else to play with right now. Sniff. Sad. Sorry. Puppy face. Puppies in a basket. Tears. Just bawling out. Run course, yeah. Now I'm trying to be a witch. She looks like candy corn. And her name is Raffi.
Are you going to look for a quartz cane too?
When there's chains, I want it to really chain it up. Pretty decent. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get in trouble by anybody by recommending reproduction games, but it's not like I'm saying straight out that burning games is recommended. I don't see any problem in that, but if you're gonna, you know, play burnt games anyway, I say just go ahead and spend some money for the artwork and get it from somewhere good like Etsy, because this is where I've gotten it, and I figure that since I paid good money for these copies off of Etsy and they're quality reproductions and they're pretty upfront about it, you know, I don't see a problem with it that way. It's a boutique type item, and I consider it like a good placeholder. Like, if you do consider wanting to get your hands on a real copy, you can kind of use it as a bookmark, like, you know, to keep it with your collection to make it look more legit. But like I said, you know, resellers is the problem, and it was Pat Contry that made a big deal out of that. Pat Controversy. Stopped watching his channel. I just got tired of some of his. I don't know why I got tired of him. I had reasons. I still subscribe to Angry Video Game Nerd just because you know, I like Mike Matei and you know, some of those James and Mike Mondays and stuff like that when they're playing just random games. But they don't play enough Sega stuff. You know. I like Teddy Rubskin, but he doesn't talk about Dreamcast stuff. He just talks about Genesis. He's the Genesis geek. Now this is Ozzy Osbourne. There's that horn again. Did you hear it? I know you heard it. Because I hear horns all the time. I'm crazy. Yeah, there's stuff that I remember from my childhood, like Raffi. Like, this just kind of like mild. It's like I kind of remember it. I didn't really grow up with it, but I just remember people talking about it. And there was some weird school video lesson textbook type stuff that I just can't find. It's gone. And I remember like sex education in like middle school, and they were talking about Myrtle the turtle, and I was trying to look on YouTube and stuff, and I swear, like, I know this exists and it's not like a false memory. There was a video called Myrtle the turtle. If you guys remember any of that in sex ed, just let me know, because I want to know I'm not alone. Ozzy Osbourne's career has gone down the toilet. He even has a bat in his hat, which is crazy because of Ozzy Osbourne eating a bat's head, which was like a story. It was like someone threw an actual dead bat on the stage, and he thought it was a rubber bat, and he just bit the head off. That little girl is made out of broccoli. She is a half broccoli, half cherub baby head with the little wings on the baby head. She's hybrid. She's a hybrid. You are what you eat. She ate way too much broccoli. admittedly, this is a good game to just kind of zone out and play. You don't have to think too hard. I like that aspect to like Tetris and stuff like that. It's crazy. There's like 3 Puyo Puyo games on the Dreamcast that I know of, and there are 3 Tetris games on the Dreamcast. Do a little chain. Make it rain. Don't complain. Listen to Mudvayne. We're talking about everything that's old. Mudvayne. I was thinking about bands like... I don't remember a song from Mudvayne, but... Dan Aykroyd's career. I saw him in the Twilight Zone movie because I checked that out. But good times, I guess. He was the best in Nothing But Trouble. Good old Dan Aykroyd. Hey, hey, Fever. WKRP in Cincinnati. Johnny Fever or whatever his name was. It's just one thing after the other. Oh man, that screwed me up. Oh, dag nabbit. What's a Puyo Pop Fever person to do? Except defeat. With your stupid little golf hat. You're just gonna die there with your stupid hat. Looking dumb. Have you guys played Puyo Pop Lightning? Puyo Pop Can't Stop. Can't Stop the Feeling. Can't Stop Believing. Puyo Pop You're Adopted. Puyo Pop Make It Rain up in here. Puyo Papa Roach. Puyo Nickelback. Puyo Popple. Puyo Joe Biden Please Stop. Please stop, Joe Biden. No one asked you, Joe Biden. Nobody wants to vote for that. You know who should be president? Paul Romano. See, she thinks Paul Romano should be president and that people who eat broccoli too much need to stop. Oh man, don't tell me we gotta deal with this thing now. That roly-poly bitch.
What was that?
It's an addictive little game. I just don't understand the appeal. It's cool. I like it. I just don't think it's $420 and up worth it. I'm gonna give this game a straight 8. I think it's the best of the Puyo games for sure. The Puyo Puyo games. There's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which is pretty much the same game. Maybe slightly different, I don't know, but these games are fun, they're cool. I think there was like a Puyo Puyo / Tetris game for the Nintendo Switch, along with a Bomberman game for the Nintendo Switch. I never really was interested in the Nintendo Switch, but I welcome Sega games on the system and stuff. Just giving people another reason to play some of these classic games is awesome. Other than that, do I recommend? Yes, it's a good little puzzle game. I like Super Puzzle Fighter 2X and Mr. Driller better than this game. You know, but it's a good solid legacy game. It's a good little puzzle game for the initiated. Do yourself a favor and get a reproduction copy. You know, it's cool. I recommend it. You know, the world might not, but I do. You know, I mean, these games are like outmoded. I mean, you know, have fun trying to get a retail copy. I mean, I'm serious. You know, try to have fun with that.
Good luck. You're gonna be broke. But yeah, I gotta end this somewhere, and I think I got enough footage. Thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all are awesome. Here's a picture of something, and yeah. Good times. Yeah. You know, oh man, what happened to Frog Dude? Frog Dude's not, he's just not, man. Dag nabbit, Fruity Pebbles.